Well, it's day 11 on our great adventure in the UK metal detecting tour. It is a beautiful day here. Blue skies, about 70 degrees. We've got a beautiful rolled and plowed field here. It's an old potato field, so it's been deep plowed. Our first signal of the day was a large George V penny. And let's see, do we have a date on it? 1950. Yeah, 1950. And here's the coin. Show you that coin. We just had another signal here, dug down at least 10-12 inches, and we've got another modern milled coin here. This also looks like George V, and ship on the back, 1949. Two coins, both modern. On to the next. And about 20 steps away, we got a little artifact here. It's got some patina on it. Looks like it's an applique off of something. Got a little decoration around the edges. Steve might have a better idea of age on that, but it's something. It's man-made, it's an artifact. On to the next. Well, it must be the day for modern coinage, because we just dug a hole here about 20 feet away, and another George VI. It looks like George VI. Not George V, George VI. 1952 with ship on the back. The one thing about this field is that the coins come out looking spectacular. So really nice patina, nice sandy soil. And it looks like we just got ourselves a silver sixpence. First silver of the day. I'm not sure what date this is, but let's have a quick clean. See what we got. Let me clean it and come right back to you. Well, it definitely is a George V sixpence. I'm not finding the date on it at the moment, but let's continue. The day is getting short.
Just a quick pause here because it is a silver coin and it's nearly 100 years old. Nice portrait of George looking left on the front. On the back, British crown mounted with a lion. 1927. Nice silver find.
Beautiful coin though, silver. Well, on to the next. Well, this is my kind of field. It's been plowed, rolled. It's a potato field, so it's been deeply plowed. And when you work this field, it is just like working the beach. Let me show you. This sand, this dirt is sandy. It's easy to dig, easy to move. It's like playing in a sandbox. Really love this field. Of course, nothing old has come off yet for me, but I think a few other folks have found some, maybe some Roman artifacts. I think I overheard. But it's a big field. There's a lot of space out here. Everybody's trying to figure out different parts of the field. And yeah, I've so far gotten nothing but modern coinage, including one silver sixpence. But the day is young, and there's a lot of ground to sift through. So stay tuned. We'll see what we get as the day progresses. Day 11, one more day tomorrow, but let's focus on today. See you soon. Well, it's about 11:30, and we had a signal here. It was a faint signal. It was down deep. We dug it, and this is what we got. It's a George coin. Not quite sure if it's George 1, 2, or 3. We've got Seat of Britannia on the back there with the date underneath. Can't quite make the date out. I think they see a 8 and a 4. It's definitely an early George. Not a bad coin. Well, this might be my most interesting find of the day. I just don't know if it's old or not. Okay, it was in this hole here, and here's what I dug. It appears to be a lead token with XX11 on it. Not so much on the back. I'm going to give it a little squirt and see what we have here. Here's another look at that lead token. See the inscription clear on the front. The back is, looks like it might have been the top, the underneath of the top of something. I'll have Steve take a look at it and see if it's got any age. Well, so far, no hammered coins, but we just had a signal here on the wall. It was a 77, 78. It was a nice, solid signal. I dug it, and look what we found. A beautiful medieval attachment, probably a strap end. Gorgeous decoration here. It's not yet cleaned, but you can get a sense. It's like there's a lion here, some palmettes. Really nice piece. Probably 13th, 14th, 15th century, medieval. Great artifact. Well, we had a signal here that I almost did not dig. It was coming up as a 55, which is exactly the same as shotgun shells, of which we've been getting hundreds again today. But I dug it, and very, very thin copper hammered coin. I think it's probably a farthing from the 15th or 16th, or 15 or 1600s. We'll have Steve take a look at it. It's pretty worn. There's not much detail coming through yet. But it's old, and it's a find, and it's better than a shotgun shell. Well, we're just about 10 feet from the last hammered copper coin we found, and just found this. It's hard to say what it is. It's old. It's probably 1600s. We're going to let it dry off and clean up, and we'll take a closer look at that. But it's a nice coin find. It's not hammered, but we're not having much luck with hammered today, but there's still time. And a few people have gotten a few, so it's our turn coming up.
Day 11 was a very interesting day. We had a beautiful field, a large field that was plowed. It was a potato field. It was deep plowed, and then it was rolled, so that it was like playing in sand. Gorgeous day, gorgeous weather-wise, and very productive day for many of the folks on the tour. Some finding some very nice hammered silver coins and other artifacts. I did not find any hammereds yesterday, but I did find some interesting coins and relics. So let's have a look at the board from day 11. Okay, so we start off with a little button here, and then it was a lot of what I'll call modern coinage, but going back into the early 1900s, George V, and so on. Also had some earlier coins. So this is a George II colonial coin, 1754, I believe, or 45. And this was George III, dated 1773. So really two coins here dating to the colonial period of the U.S. And of course, George III was king when the U.S. decided to declare independence of Britain. And then we have some really interesting artifacts. This first one is really beautiful. It's a 14th century strapend, beautiful cross at the end of it here. Give you a better view of it. Just a lovely little piece. It was silvered in the 14th century, and some of the silvering still remains. Give you a sense for the other side here. Just turn it over, and you get a sense of what that looks like. And of course, next to it is its 14th century cousin, which is a medieval mount from the 14th, maybe the 15th century. Then we jump to the 17th century. This is a cloth seal with the double X and the double I underneath it. This would have been used when people bought or shipped linens abroad. They would have been strung together and tied together, and then a wax seal applied to make sure that the tax had been paid and the contents weren't manipulated in any way. So a really nice 17th century cloth seal, and a very nice little 17th century button, very early button. You can see here it would have been has these little circular incisions, and probably would have been decorated in some way as well. Very fancy button. Our star of the show yesterday is this wonderful Saxon Strapend that dates to the 9th century of Britain. So you see here in the central panel an animal with its head raised, its paws in the front here and paws in the back. Looks like either a feline or some sort of a hound. You see the more typical Saxon decoration, top and bottom, including a zoomorphic face here at the bottom of the strap end. It would have been fixed here with these rivets on the right. Just a fantastic piece. It's plain on the back. It was meant to be seen and from the front. It was fixed to the leather, and just a wonderful, wonderful old piece.
Strap ends were used to weigh down the ends of the fabric belts worn by Saxons. Those belts hung down to their knees. What an absolutely gorgeous piece.
So that's a quick recap of day 11.
Well, that's day 11 in the book. Stay tuned for day 12, our last episode in this UK metal detecting series. There's still magic in the soil of England, and it will be revealed in episode 12. We might also have a special guest in that episode, so please stay tuned for the next one. And until then, whether you're metal detecting in the US, in the UK, or somewhere else, may all your tones be high tones. That's it. We'll see you next time. Take care.